Trust yourself. Be your own authority. In the end, you will find it is the only way to discover the reality of life, what you really are. Trusting yourself requires a sensitivity. This sensitivity comes about as one quietens all the authorities that have come to occupy your consciousness. They are taking your attention and directing it somewhere, and that space your attention is led into becomes your world. What sort of existence is it? All authority, and that includes our own developed preconceptions, distorts our view of what is. They reshape everything we see. In stealth mode, or in a powerful internal roar, a spin is put on our perception of everything. It happens so seamlessly that we are not consciously aware of it. Yet it still influences us. What are these intrusive, perception-altering authorities based on? It is mostly acceptance of manufactured public opinion or unquestioned inherited convention and conviction without any independent experience to validate it. It's hearsay. It's also the guiding and controlling mechanism of society. It is only through our own conscious, aware attention, that is, seeing for ourselves without external influences, that we can really know something as it is. It is surrendering all effort and argument and just seeing what is, without any input of our own. Don't agree or disagree with this. Those are thoughts too. They create distortion too. Don't look and think. Just look and see. Be open and still and aware. Look and see. Listen and do. This is the way you learn without your previous impressions distorting things. Have a companion who's been to where you're going, who knows the way and the pitfalls, if you can find one. But rather travel alone than have an ignorant fool as a companion, someone who is educated authority through book learning, or themselves relying on some other such authority. The guidebook is not the authority or the journey. The traveller's unfolding insight is. The independent world traveller is much more likely to discover what is what in a world than the package tour traveller. It's the same with the one who lives their life independently. The around-the-world package tourist gets back home having had a few pre-arranged experiences, visited a few popular ancient religious places, a few cultural entertainments, a few natural scenic spots, enough to feel experienced, not enough to feel unsettled, entertaining rather than enlightening, not enough to jolt him or her into any questioning awareness. The same with the package tour life, exposed to prearranged, packaged and explained religion, culture and meaning. At the end, what has been the value of this incredibly narrow experience in this life of such possibility? It is only a little different from watching TV. Calculated opinion forming exposure and the suggestion and developing of some manufactured desires, all without actual conscious participation. This packaged life experience is shallow, with just some glitter on the surface. The package tour life is a conformity, a life following prevailing social standards and attitudes and practices. It's just a carbon copy, a conformity to previous generations' ignorance. Conformity is cowardice, resulting in the missing of life's reality. The real thing is within, and within your reach, if you choose. Life, the real thing, is experienced with an aware, conscious attention. In other words, awake. Seeing is what teaches us, not words. Words can only guide our mind. Unconditioned experience with awareness teaches us. We see life through experiencing with conscious, aware attention. Taking an independent trip through life is surrendering to an awake living experience. And this awake is beyond description. For those who arrived at this point of aware questioning, you have a choice, and it requires courage. Clarity about the end result helps with both. It is about uncovering who we are.